Look at how he steps and look how I step. Watch how I run up ramps and he stumbles down ramps, okay? Come on.
And in a true twist of fate, it's Joe Biden who fell. Look at that. Once, twice, three times. A White House spokesperson is now actually lying to the American people, making the claim that the reason you're watching this and that Biden fell was because of all the wind. The wind blew him over. This CNN banner reads, "Is the president afraid of stairs?" And meanwhile, in an article entitled, "It's now up to journalists to get to the truth about Trump's health," well, you have creepy Hannity stalker, psycho stalker, Humpty the Dumpty, pushing a conspiracy theory about President Trump's health and well-being. Humpty Dumpty, I know you're watching. You can't stop watching. Well, will you now ask the same question about Joe Biden? Because I'm not going to hold my breath.
Don't have here in Miami, in Florida. You don't have it here, and that is if you keep. I'm running as a proud Democrat for the Senate. I got in trouble when we were running against the senator who was a Mormon, the governor. Okay. Look, tomorrow's Superstar Tuesday, and I want to thank you all. I tell you what, I'm rushing ahead, aren't I? I want to thank the former general. I keep calling him general, but the guy who runs that outfit over there. I want to make sure we thank the secretary. Agree with me. Go to Joe 30330. Play the radio. Make sure the television. Make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids.
Make sure you have the record player on at night. Let me think. When's the last time I put a record player on at night?
When I became vice president, I'd leave that alone, guys. Okay. Tell them not to move that. All right. I'm having troubles here. Okay. The vast majority of economists, left, right, and center, from Wall Street to the private economic polling initiatives. Now, am I supposed to speak, or is Swathi going to say something? Going this way. Thank you all. And for God's sake, wear a mask. My mask. Representatives Shirley Jackson Lee, Al Green, Sylvia Garcia, Lizzie Pinelli, Pinell, and what am I doing here? For Secretary of Health and Education, I nominated Javier Baccaria. Javier Becerra, If Donald Trump is reelected, Freudian slip. Look, Donald Trump doesn't understand health care. If you make less than $400,000, you won't see one single penny in additional federal tax. I brought this with me because I often get asked, and I don't want to misquote it. I carry a card with me. I don't have it. I put it on my desk. And I think that but the idea that over 500, I have a card. I carry a card with me every day with the total number of folks who have been affected by the, as of yesterday, there were 500,071 people who have died from this. Unnecessarily, now we have over 120 million dead from COVID. Made it to 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk. We've now hit 9 million cases nationwide. I know how hard it is. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing. I watched what happened when the kids from Parkland marched up to, and I met with them, and then they went off up on the Hill when I was vice president. They went off the Hill to go into those neighborhoods. All those congressmen were like, "No, I'm not here. I'm not here. Don't tell them I'm around." We choose unity over division. We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts. Words that stun the nation, and I would argue, I know, shocked the world. International leaders spoke about it. You had people like you had people like the former chairman and leader of the party in Germany. You had Angela Merkel. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids, black kids, Asian kids. I never believed we'd have to fight this hard, though. I never believed it'd be this much in jeopardy. We launched our campaign over on the Oval back in May 9, 2019. But you know what I said then, we've been through a lot since then. What I said then is even more true today. COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it. I come out of the black community in terms of my support. If you notice, I have more people supporting me in the black community that have announced for me. The only African-American woman that ever been elected to the United States Senate. A whole range of people.
No,
my point is...
that's not true. The other one is here.
I said the first. I said the first African-American elected. Come on. First African-American. And we're going to create a new bio-based multi-manufacturing job environment to deal farmers in on the benefits of a changing economy. One of the things that the leader of the United States Senate, the Speaker of the House. You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. The president has a big stick. We can speak out and be more straightforward. I'm not going to be a mule. I got something to do. I got to go do boom, boom, boom. Hillary Clinton is as qualified or more qualified than I am to be Vice President of the United States of America. Let's get that straight. And quite frankly, it might have been a better pick than me, but she's first rate. I know I'm called middle class, Joe. It's not meant as a compliment. Means I'm not sophisticated. You're a damn liar, man. That's not true. I can get things done. That's why I'm running. And you want to check my shape on it, let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do. To the words united. To the number 30330. 30330. Or 303330. Or BOO. Wait. But you got it. That saves billions of gallons of gasoline. I mean, billions of $2.3 billion worth of, $500 billion in savings and 2-point-something billion metric tons of CO2 going in the air. Well, folks, eliminate one tax loophole out of $1.6 trillion worth, $1.4 trillion worth. Out of $1.4 billion. It's hard to even say it, it's so much. And by the way, it's cost a lot of money. It cost about $740 billion over 10 years. Now is the time to heed the timeless advice from Teddy Roosevelt. Speak softly and carry a big stick. End of quote. I promise you, the president has a big stick. I promise you. I was a Democratic caucus. You ever been to a caucus? No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
In Delaware, the largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
I'm looking forward to this, man. You walk behind me in a debate.
People want to make a change, though.
Well, that's up to them to decide.
Why should they?
It's for them to decide.
Well, make your case.
I'm not going to. We can't rebuild our economy and meet this climate crisis, exacerbating the need for environmental justice. Sorry, that's a bug. Speaking of the environment. We need to work again with Canada and Mexico as neighbors, not as adversaries. Donald Trump does pose an extra threat to this. It's not hypothetical. There's things that are worth dealing with China tough on. That makes it far more durable, reliable, and powerful. And partnerships built on coercion. Because if you could take care, if you were a quartermaster, you can sure and hell take care of running a department store thing, where in the second floor of the ladies' department or whatever. You know what I mean? And what makes his wild claims and hopes, he now hopes we don't notice what he said or won't remember. And when he does follow through or doesn't do, would follow through, the exact opposite. 1.2 billion. So you go ahead and you stack spaghetti sauce at a store and in a supermarket. You control the guy or the woman who brings out the carts on a forklift. What happened? The way China will respond is when we gather the rest of the world that in fact believes in open trade and making sure that we're in a position that the world that we deal with WHO the right way. That in fact that's when things began to change. I looked at it anyway. That's what I think my plan. I know what my plan does. I mean. No, but I mean, it's not about, I know you're supporting by saying booing, but look, here's the deal. And I had a nurse nurses at Walter Reed Hospital who would bend down and whisper in my ear. Wow. And go home and get me pillows. They would make sure they'd actually, probably nothing ever taught in, you can't do it in the COVID time, but they'd actually breathe in my nostrils to make me move, to get me moving. So you don't make somebody else sick. Sick. What's with this guy? Well, the only thing we can do about it is be prepared. We have a whole group of lawyers who are going out to every voter registration physician in the states, the secretaries of state, making sure that they, in fact, have a game plan as to how they're going to allow the voting to take place. But you know, in the 2020 census, which is now 2 censuses ago, soon to be, that's why I've made it a priority my entire career to work closely with you. From the time I got to the Senate 180 years ago, as well as my tenure as vice president. And in 1787, the United States Constitution. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Kingswood Community Center. Actually, that's the one down I used to work. It's a joke. You know where we were. Anyway, and welcome to the nation's Constitution Center. I had the great privilege of being the guest leader of this outfit for a year. It's an appropriate place to make the speech I'm about to make. Great job. God, love it. How are you? Hey, everyone. I'm Jill Biden's husband. But the truth is, she's the strongest person I know. She's a backbone like a ramrod. That's the kind of first lady this Jill Biden will be. God love you. I know you're trying to goad me, but I mean, I'm so forward looking to have an opportunity to sit with the president or stand with the president in debates. So I couldn't tell anybody but Barack. Don't have here in Miami, in Florida. You don't have it here. And that is, if you keep it, they look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Including brand new breaking allegations, a new Andrew Cuomo accuser. This is now the 8th woman making allegations of sexual misconduct against the governor. But first, we begin with.
Get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. Come on, slide in here.
Thank you. Maggie, do you want to come over here?
Come over here. Come on, Maggie. Make me look better, okay?
Oh.
There we go.
All right, everybody right here. Do you guys mind moving this way? There we go. Right there, perfect. Thank you.
You gotta look up at the center photographer up top of it. You right up here?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, nice to see you guys. Thank you. See you back home, I hope.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay? Hey, Corey, good to see you.
Our daughter Allison, our son Thatcher.
How old are you? 11 years old. Thanks, Dad. Hey, handsome. How do you? How you doing?
He's laughing.
You're so lucky. Congratulations. Would you want your daughter to hold the Bible? You jump in the middle, Angel. You come right on this side of Mommy.
Come here.
No, you come over here. That's it. Keep going. You're going to stand right next to me. There you go. And then we're going to have
There you go.
Daddy put his left hand in the Bible if he can reach it, and repeat, not repeat it. We're just going to, hey man, here we go. You ready? Do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which you're about to enter, so help you God. God love you. You're a lucky man. You're a lucky man.
He's having fun. Thank you, sir.
No serious guys. You're 30 years old.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What a beautiful thing. That's how old my children are. Yeah, perfect.
Very good.
That'd be great.
Come on, slide across. Get everybody in. Switch here. You two come here.
There we go.
You got it? Okay.
Okay, and the people in the back, you can spread out a little bit, like that gentleman can spread out.
You can hold the Bible. Hang it out.
Okay, right here, everybody. And everybody can look up.
We're going to look up the photographer up top.
Oh, there it is.
Very good.
Everybody else is looking forward to
I can tell you. My daughter. Of course I would. Come on, let's all from Arizona. Come on, you jump in here. Where do you want to go?
Okay, right here. Here's the official.
Now, guys, look up and send a photographer up top.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
there you go. Can I go with Jess alone?
Very good. Dad's going to stand pretty close.
She's a lovely child. By the way, if I were young and I had to choose parties. Nice to see you. Hi, how are you? Listen, Mac, son. Who's this? Lizzie, how are you? I'm a friend of your grandpa's. My name's Joe. Good to see you, man. Hey, man, what's your name? Sam, good to see you, Sam. What's your name? Hey, Thaddeus, you got a great name. I tell you what.
Hey, I'm Kate.
Kate, how are you?
And this is Molly.
Molly, come over by me. Come on over here. Good to see you, Molly. How old are you, honey?
12.
Oh, beautiful smile, child. Okay.
Very nice. Let's see. You can stand behind you just a little bit more off to the side there.
You're getting too big. Grandpa's one of the great guys.
That's nice of you to say.
No, I'm not saying. He knows I mean it.
Oh,
I genuinely mean it.
that's good to hear.
This guy's more integrity in his little finger than most people have in their whole life. It's truth, that. No, I'm not. I'm telling you the God's truth, pal. I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you. Alrighty.
That's I remember opening the door and Al Gore Sr. introduced me. 1972. God love you. Good to see you. No, that's not generous.
Top button, Mike.
Hi, Caroline. How are you? How old are you? 18. 18. Now, you all sisters?
I was married. Was it sister-in-law?
Sister, what's your name? Hey, Annie, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 24.
This is my wife.
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm David.
Hey, David, how are you? Whoa, Mom, look at this. I'll tell you what. You and I can't get away with that.
I know.
Hi again. Good to see you. I love the picture. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, how are you, sis?
Brother-in-law.
Good to see you. Well, you get right in the middle here with us, okay? Come on. Come on, you need to. Come on. Okay, here we go. You ready? What a beautiful family. All right, here we go. All right, we got up top here. Look up there.
Okay, out there.
Great.
Okay, got some more family. Come on in. Yeah, we got a crowd.
Can we get some of you? Okay.
Someone go behind there. So behind the fence.
Wait, say that. Keep the guys away.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, guys, and your sister. Hey, man, what's your name? Hey, Charlie, how are
Back here.
you?
Call the folks in the
Hi,
back
honey,
here.
how are you? What's your name? Hi, Maggie. How are you?
Hi, Granny.
Hey, man. How are you? Good to see you, man. Okay. Man, what a great family. Come on. I like kids better than people.
Yeah.
All right?
There we go, great. Okay, everybody, there's a couple people in the back. I
Yeah, you can't see her.
What? You got it? Okay. Everybody look
Okay.
up.
Everybody look up top there. Up there. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Vice President.
Okay.
All right.
No, you did. By the way, you need me to guard dog.
You got it done.
What's your name? Hi, Marie. I tell you.
Tight as you guys can.
Okay.
Everybody look right here. See here. And can all of you look up for a photo too?
Okay, up there. Second level.
And let's add in the girls. Let's come back in with one big group shot. Come on in.
Do you know what my dad used to say? Granddaughters have one important job. Take care of their pop. That's the most important one.
Okay, can the gentleman with the baby, could you guys come over to the front? Okay, yeah, can I get a couple of you, a few of you here mind going in the back, kind of behind?
Back over here.
Then,
And,
Stephanie,
can I get
I would
somebody
need
to
another
go
one
on
then,
the
with just the family.
Everybody look right here. Okay, right here. And could you move this way just a little bit? There you go, great. And can everybody look up again?
All right, look up the top up there. Okay?
Okay, is it possible?
We got all 10.
Can we just have our family? No, but with them in the back like that?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Do one more with their face like that.
And then we can kind of rotate around. Does that look better?
Madam
Where's the photographer?
Secretary, whatever you say.
Thank you so much.
You know how it works now, Joe.
I do. You kidding me?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you. Okay, you two girls stand right in the front between your grandma and me. You come. She's entitled. She's entitled. This is a long day. A lot of walking. Don't tell me what you have. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got to look up top, guys, so he doesn't jump, okay? Here we go.
Okay.
You're supposed to look up.
Well, take care of Grandpa, girls.
you.
It's a hard job, I know, but take care of it. That's what I tell my granddaughters and my grandson.
Thank you.
Okay?
That way.
Yeah, how are you? Well, come on, let me slide in here. You ready? Come on in, Mom. The kids can stay right in the front. You want? Okay, here we go. Your microphone's in the way, Jack. Move it. Is it in your way?
It's okay now.
Okay. And up top.
Okay.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We're going to exit out this way.
I hope you enjoyed it
Thank
as
you.
much as I did. It's good to see you. Tom, best of luck. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Nice to see you. God love you. Great to see you. Why don't you kiss me? Thank you. I don't have a doubt about it. How are you, kid? God love you. I know this ain't a one-man sport. Thank you all for your patience. Bring the whole family up. Come on. Come on. Baby, how are you? Good to see you. You're getting old, aren't you? Hey, Sally, how are you? You got a smile that lights up the whole Senate chamber. Good to see you. You're getting too old. You're getting too old and too lovely. What are you, a senior?
A junior.
Oh,
This is my daughter-in-law.
Hi, Kelly, how are you? Hi, Jack. You have very good taste. Good to see you, man. You have good taste. Well, I'll tell you what, you've got very good taste, like your father. It's a pleasure to meet you. You have very good taste. Come on, this can hurt your reputation, man. You're going to have to go home and explain, what would I do with that Democrat? Kids, come on over here, okay? You ready? Thank you so much. Now, you getting in this picture?
Right, solo five.
Right over here. You can put it away. Come on. Pleasure to meet you.
Good. And again, please looking right here.
Okay, so tell me about you.
His wife, Holly.
Hi, Holly. How are you? Now, Holly, you come over to my side. You come over this side. I want you next to me. I want you next to me. Hi, other sister. You come over this side, other sister. Come on over this side. Okay? Come on, sis. You get right in the middle with me. You go right over here. Over this way. Mom, you go right in the middle. Come on, Dad. Okay, here you go. Good. How old are you?
28.
28. God, I love you.
26.
26. You look like you. I thought they were still in school. Too many beautiful girls in school. You got one job. My father used to say, for real, keep boys away from your sister. That's the job. Just remember, no serious guys in your 30s. Is this your sister? You have a hard job. You got to keep the boys away from your sister. That's the deal. Hey, Jasper, you're going to have a hard job keeping the boys away from your sister. Like you have a beautiful sister, you keep the boys away from your sister. That's the job. My dad used to say, one job, keep the guys away from your sister. My dad used to say, you got one job. I have a beautiful sister like you guys. I swear to God, he used to say, you have one job, keep the guys away from your sister. You're in trouble. Chuck Graham, state senator's here. Chuck, stand up, Chuck. Let him see you. Oh, God love you. What am I talking about? I tell you what, you're making everybody else stand up, though, pal. Thank you very, very much. His mom lived in Long Island for 10 years or so. God rest her soul. And although your mom's still alive as your dad passed. God bless her soul. I agree that everybody, once they, in fact, they should. Anyway, my time's up. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Vice President.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the you know the thing. I'm among many qualified people. I'm the best qualified person for this job. I'm beginning to see why your wife left you. Why attack Sanders? Why? You're getting nervous, man. COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, it's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it. You know, the rapidly rising I don't know. I just spoke at Dartmouth on healthcare at the medical school, or not. I guess I wasn't actually on the campus, but the people from the medical school were at the. I want to be clear. I'm not going nuts. I'm not sure whether it was a medical school or where the hell I spoke, but it was on the campus. I propose, and I'm going to digress slightly. We're in a situation. The president asked me to head up a cancer moonshot. Another country and annexed a significant portion of it called Crimea. He's saying that it was my boss, it was his fault. Guatemala, El Salvador, and to go in and say in Honduras and say, look, I took on Putin in terms of in terms of what was going on in Ukraine. By strengthening, by investing $100 billion in education, in global warming efforts. It's a whole range of things. We can't afford it by just beginning to reward work as much as wealth. If you want to protect yourself, get a double-barrel shotgun, have the shells, a 12-gauge shotgun. Don't jump! Don't jump! Don't jump! To say that LGBTQ people have no civil rights. Change the culture, period, and keep punching at it and punching at it and punching at it. It will be a big, no, I really mean it. And immediately change the law in the state of Delaware protecting transgender people. We have to eliminate the funding gap that exists between minority white and majority white and non-white districts. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him. Corruption? Trump was out there tweeting again this morning. I called President Tweety. Well, Trump is pursuing a damaging and erratic trade war without any strategy, by the way. This guy is moving to foment hate. But President Trump and the demagogues around the world, but if Donald Trump is reelected, he doesn't want to shed light. He wants to generate heat, and he's stoking violence in our cities.
But now, we still have comedy, though. We still have great comedy out there. There's always rambling Joe Biden. What the fuck? Joe says shit that even people with Tourette's go, no. No. What is going on? Joe is like her uncle who's on a new drug and hasn't got the dosage right. I'm proud to work with Barack America. He's not a superhero, you idiot. Come here. When FDR was on television, there was no TV back then. Come here, Joe. Sit down.